I know. Well, I have Paige as kind of a backup. It's just on her helmet right now. Well, I figured having you guys on comms at the very least is useful for that, and that way he can kind of lead us. Yeah, we'll have to space out. Yeah, we're kind of going straight. Okay. Testing out 1248 gearing right now, so the bike is weird. It's so short. I will say this 9mm Master Cylinder does make the clutch a lot easier. Yeah, you gotta hop on this, Jake. Come on. Trail. We actually go left. Doesn't actually matter. Well, here's the little chunky boulder field. I don't have a way that I was gonna go though, like. Adequate, eh? No, this stuff is just getting us to the little loop that we were gonna do. Yeah, so think of this as like transfer. No, the race isn't hard stuff at all. Like those boulder fields were harder than anything I had to do. Like they, so the, yeah, like the way that it was set up, the test A or test 1, the Sea Riders only raced 5 miles of it and then broke off. And then we had 60 miles for test 2 and then 11 miles for test 3. But test 3 for everybody was just test 1 backwards. So like I got to ride the rest of test 1, and the part they gave us was the chunkiest at the very beginning of test 1. And I mean, it really, like this stuff that we're on right now, that you'll get to in like 30 seconds, is as difficult as the race got. Like, it was super doable. And then if you're worried about being able to push for the mileage, the C race is a little bit shorter. So, like, I mean, I just messed up and didn't have any electrolytes. I just had water and sugar, and I just got really bad hand cramps from all the excitement. Other than that, though, it wasn't like a tiring event at all. You have plenty of time to rest in between the tests because they weren't very long. So you should come do it. General Conference weekend, baby. Exactly. Yeah, this is the worst part. This is way more rough than the actual little lollipop loop we were talking about. Well, I'm definitely not trying to. I think Michael thought the enduro stuff was going to be okay, but I told him, I was like, let's just stick to what we rode in the race after this. Oh, I know. So you'll head back to the trucks on that single track, and then you'll turn left. You can see it, it's okay. On my fourth gear. Calm it down for some campers nearby. Little ledge. Be ready for it. It's only like 4 inches tall. Yeah. Yeah, so no, you're not breaking up our plans at all. I literally just wanted to like ride this loop. I have no like distance requirements or anything. Okay. Well, we will cross 2-track in the near future. That should be able to take you, I mean, you might have to connect it with other 2-track if you wanted to just bail out. And I want to go ride wing too, so I mean, maybe we just all go do that and change the plans for the day and do that on the way back and do a couple laps at wing. Yeah, no, I totally get it. I totally get it. And I feel bad that, like I said, because I don't... Yeah. Dude, that was so much worse. Yeah. I remember being half pissed that we still did it, because we had like, well, we had, okay, this is gonna sound very pretentious, but like I'm used to eating enough food now and training that I'm like training fueled, and because we got up so early, because we weren't like, at least when I went to bed, nobody had made plans for that. So it kind of happened overnight. I wasn't expecting it. Didn't have much time for breakfast, and we had like 2 granola bars in the truck for everybody, and that was it. I was just so tired, but it was worth it. It was worth plumbing out on that hiking trail. That was beautiful. Well, what's funny is, you know, we pull up and like that bridge is all shut down, and Austin's like, well, let's just go, and I'm like, bro, if nobody else will stick up, I was like, I will literally be the guy that doesn't get us all fined $10,000. That is true. I just don't like pushing my luck. Very, very, very true. I know. Except fun stuff. Except drugs and cocaine. Like. Please. On me? Well, no, I'm okay with it. Yeah. It's one of those. Yeah, he is a little bit. It's one of the things that makes him fun to be around, though. Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty cool. That's awesome. Well, I won't request it, but if for some reason somebody wants to see that footage again and I'm around, really? Oh my God. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's crazy. I would have thought they'd be a little more resilient. Oh, shoot. Wow. Coolest pivot turn I've ever done right there. This is all the stuff that's like just silt, and no matter how wet it gets, it dries in a day. Yeah, I always feel like I forget how to steer when we get to this part. Yep. Now we're into the forest again, so it should be a little less powdery. Yeah, dude. Feels good in those sand ones though. Yeah. Yeah, dude. There you go. That's essentially what Michael's got. He's got the smart car, but he just still has the air fork on a 2018. Dude, I was mentioning this in the parking lot. I think your bike is like always just sounded so good to me. I don't know what it is, if it's the little bit shorter silencer you got, but it just sounds like it can rev to the moon. So sick. Yeah. Okay. I would say the W does fall on its face pretty bad. The TSP stuff. Yeah, it definitely made it better. Now, I think the next bike I get, no matter what, is going to be an XC. And I'm probably just going to keep this one, make it my slower bike. And like, I don't know. I don't know if there's much of a reason for me to worry about. I mean, I'm still going to ride it for at least 2 or 3 years before getting something else. But I'll keep this as like the hard enduro / trail bike that I can go slow on, and then I don't know, I'm tempted to try a 4-stroke for this kind of stuff where it's not like miserably slow, it's just slow every once in a while. So that's most of what we ride in Arizona. But they left on the single track. I was like, I can literally hear your bike. If I remember right, this is like my favorite piece of this trail. What? Oh. Bike build one day, I'd love to get like the transmission micro polish, you know, like some of those like full resto guys do. Oh man, it looks so good. Yeah, I will say, I for some reason just fly neutral way more often than I should on this thing. There you go. Yeah, and then there's another, like, it looks like a split, just go left. Okay, then yeah. I mean, it doesn't look like a trail, but it could be one. Love weaving through the trees like this. see any. Must have spooked them. Just don't chase it, watch it break his neck. What is that like ringing on the 250? What is that ringing noise on the 250? Okay. Yeah, some like hanger. I was like, yours is still counterbalance, right? Dude, I remember the first time, I think it was when you had that 250 KTM for a second, and I rode that on the street. I was just like, what the freak? My taint doesn't want to fall off. It's stimulating a little too much. Yeah, oh, for sure. Now Taylor's gonna sit the whole time and get his prostate going. Come on, you need a prostate check sometime soon. Yeah. They always take stuff farther than I'm comfortable even watching. Yeah, I don't know why. Like, oh yeah, I don't know what it is, dude. I have some of the best, like, worst secondhand embarrassment ever. And when I see people that just do stupid shit and like make other people uncomfortable, I don't know what it is. Suspicious kindness, is that what you said? No, I haven't heard of them. Yeah. Yeah. That Creation Ross guy, he's kind of like a blonde dude. I like his stuff because it's fairly wholesome at the end of the day. Although the dead body pranks were a little much. Yeah, so he like has a refrigeration tech come out and check out his deep freezer that's not working, and he's got like a body in it. Yeah, that's funny. I've also seen one, he's put a car like 50 feet up into a tree before and calls tow companies, and they're like, what the f do you want us to do about it? Because they like come out and inspect. See that contract? He said $100 if you want to. Yeah. Need to be able to replace my bike. I know. Well, on a trials bike too, like, make it easy. I rode a trials bike for like 5 minutes at the Rex Larson clinic I did, and I'm gonna be honest, those things are just cheat codes for balance. So at the same point of them being ridiculously talented, I'm like, okay, it's a little bit less intense than I thought. Yeah. Yep. With the cone setup. Ooh, that was. I would be opposed to owning one someday, but it's one of those things where I think if I'm gonna go find time to ride, I don't want to spend time on it. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's cross training, that's what they call it. Was it before you did your top end? Interesting. Yeah. Okay. You have the key in, right? Okay. Oh. Oh my God. That's still, it's at least a whole freaking mile. Oh yeah. There you go. Way to make lemonade out of the situation. Is he getting kind of spunky for a teenager? Yep. Oh man. That's exactly what it was for me. 14 and 15. That's exactly what you were for me, bro. Oh, I lost you. Sorry, you cut out for most of that, so Oh, yeah? Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, it's definitely the age to push boundaries and learn where you gotta stop. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, good. I was gonna say you should have towed him for a lap or two and gotten all the secrets. Yeah. For sure. Well, also, I mean, you remember when we went with Colt when he got back? A little bit, like, and he probably had 70 pounds on me, but for some reason, and I don't know, I'd love to blame it on parts, because I think I have good racing lines. Colt still does to me every single race. It was good to see him though. I haven't seen that dude in so many years. Yep. All right, we're at the truck, so you guys don't have much longer. I got two behind me. Got a little kid on a pit bike waiting. Just FYI. There's a little kid on a pit bike just kind of waiting off the side of the trail for all of us to get by. There's no rush. Or is this what? Come down. No, it's definitely a go up. It is not very burned in past that. So we'll just crawl. Yeah, that dude at the shooting range anyways. I saw Nick post on his story that they were up here riding and did the wing mount loop, so I know more tires are getting on it. Left. Yeah. Yep. Oh, kind of. It's stuff new people are making. Aha! Didn't go in the rut this time. Oh, we got rock there. We're probably just gonna take us on the road a little bit farther so we don't Yeah. Am I missing anything? This is kind of a little bit of a... We still got everybody behind us. Yep. Did I risk you? Sorry. Oh, nice. Somebody move. Somebody clean that. Yeah, it's weird. It's like an 8 force for everything now. Well, I am glad I tried it because it was good to know that that was way too far of a jump. And I did get a shift shaft seal kit, or a counter shaft seal kit. I know. I was like, oh, let me just ride this high. Here, can I try to... Howdy. It's just us 5. One more behind you. I see him. All right, we'll pull over. Thanks, guys. Busiest I've ever seen us. Yeah, for real. I've only had a mountain biker like actually on the trail at the same time I am. I've always seen people kind of around it. I'm glad people are putting tires on this though. Yeah. I need to go the fun way. Oh, that's new. Some of the windstorms. What? Oh, good. Glad somebody thinks so. You're still on me. Third. Legitimately a gear higher everywhere. Which, I will say, being able to use third at slower speed is nice, but I just don't think I needed this big of a change. Well, yeah, that's why I got a 49. It's just 1, 2, ooh. Eyes locked. Let's see how everybody's doing, actually.
Just because it's more tight.
Oh my gosh! This spun out so bad. I think I am due for a rear tire. That was so weird. Alright, can you see if everybody got up okay? I know Jake did. No, you're good. I'll make sure they were able to get up. Okay. My bike doesn't want to rotate around right now. Like, I can get the front leaned and that feels good, but then the rear is just not following. Yeah. Yeah. It's fine. It's to be expected for how worn this tire is. Yeah, I always screw up that route. Yeah. keep leaning too far back and unweighting my front tire. Yeah. Traffic. Hey, you're good, dude. Good save. I got 4 more behind me. Good morning, you.
Just me.
Okay, just you?
Just me and some baby deer back there.
Nice. Yeah, we came across 3 other guys like a couple miles ago too, so it's a busy loop today.
Cool.
All right, be safe, dude. Didn't get kicked that time. Put caution tape on that tree. Yeah. Make sure everybody gets to this part. You missed. You missed me. You were supposed to turn right. Yeah, you missed that part that has the really tight corner. Just stay up there. I'll come to the other intersection because everybody followed you. Maybe not. Fine, I'm surprised you missed it. More traffic. 4 more. He said 2 more. Why is everybody running it this way? I've only done it once. That direction. We're the only one running it in the wrong direction today. he gets it. Coming up on the guy. Oh my goodness. In shorts. Sound of music. Nice. Be safe, brother. Thank you. I wouldn't guess, but nope. Yeah, that stupid rock right in the middle. He didn't take the trail. You make sure everybody takes this left. Come on, Nate. Still swampy through here. Some people eat us alone. We had to catch him 3 times. Stupid. Pretty straightforward. Why I didn't stop. Now here's a different story. Roll. It's always like, where do we go from here? I think that was the other set of piles. I don't want to do that to everybody. Yeah.